Oh
goodness.
my God. So we are live. Very good. We are on. Susie, good evening or good afternoon from Denmark, Copenhagen. I'm Moni from the
And
jsistersonline.com.
hi, my name is Susie, and I am calling in all the way from Nairobi in Kenya. So it's 8 o'clock in the evening here, and very glad to have you guys on board with us. And should we get straight into it, Mooney?
Absolutely. We have just a request. I'm just going to see. Yes, we have a hand. Let's see who's on. We have Bettina. Hi, Bettina from Lanzarote, Lisa from Scotland, and Elise from Finland. So we actually are very international today. Hey, ladies, we're going to dive into it quickly because we are not going to spend the rest of your evening blabbering off, are we, Susie?
Wow, not tonight. Maybe another
So
night, not tonight.
I'm going to turn the screen share on. So we,
Hi, Elise. Elise has just put hello, Elise, here in the chat. So hi,
Susie,
Elise.
the funny
We've
screen.
received your chat.
Yes.
Everybody, just whilst Mooney's screen sharing, just to let you know that there's a chat on the top right-hand corner where you can ask questions as we're going along. Please feel free to ask questions or whatever it is that you feel like asking. It'll be really great to have your input and your feedback. So feel free to just chat in the chat box.
Absolutely. So let's start, shall we? So, what are home business entrepreneurs' greatest struggle and how do you fix it? So, this training we came up with after talking to lots and lots of home business entrepreneurs, and not only home business, but entrepreneurs in general that are looking to build a business online. And these are the most common struggles that we're going to go through. And of course, we're going to come up with a solution because there is a solution to those struggles. I mean, but the thing is, if you don't know what to do, you are struggling. So, shall we start?
I think so. So just a bit of a brief about how we started. The Front Row Academy essentially started with a group of ladies who have similar concept in mind, which is to help other ladies get out of their ruts and their struggles, and to give them, um, what we have found, which is, we basically met in Austin, Texas last year, all of us, and it was an education community. And essentially, what happened was we literally we were in the front row as we were registering. We sat in the front row, and at the end of the day, we couldn't call ourselves anything different except for the Front Row Academy. And it's a true testament as to how tenacious and how keen we are to be able to be in the front row as leaders. So we come from all different parts of the world. And you can see on the left hand, there's Fatina, who is Mooney's sister. I'm at the top. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. Fatina and Mooney are from Denmark, and Roxy at the bottom is from Canada. So this is why it really works really well, because we've got people that are all over the globe that can be answering your questions and things whenever, which is amazing. And we created the Front Row Academy essentially to help others succeed with their online businesses and marketing. We struggled at the beginning, and that we didn't want people to waste their time and their value, because we know that every woman and every person has got such tremendous value. So we did, this is why we've created the Front Row Academy. And because we see so many get lost on social media, not making it, and essentially giving up because they don't know where to go, they don't know where to turn, they don't know what to do. So that's why we've started the Front Row Academy, and we've been very successful in the 3 months that we've been going. We essentially started at the beginning of the year, and we will continue. So this is very exciting for us.
Absolutely, we are here to stay. And we are going to help lots and lots and lots of women from today and onwards, because this is has become our mission, sort of. So let's dive into how it would feel, because this is where we were. How would it feel not to have to chase family, friends, and strangers anymore? This is especially in the network marketing industry. We know this one because we did it. I think everybody have been doing this in the beginning. I don't know anybody that didn't. And it's really, it's a pain when people actually come to you interested in asking what it is that you do and even wanting to know more about it. When you never have to run after people begging them to take a look at your offer or your opportunity. When other business owners come to you because they can see that you're successful and ask you for advice. So imagine how that would feel like. Because if you're struggling, you just want to have that feeling, that sense of, how do you say that, Susie? That sense of,
Well, I think the sense of reliance that you can rely on somebody to help you with the decisions that you're making, and just
but
the
also
security.
that, absolutely, and the sense of being, being of value, being somebody that people they turn to, they come to, the go-to person.
Yeah. So, why are you here today? There's a question that you can type in the chat. What has brought you here today? Is it because you are frustrated and tired of struggling online? Or is it because you are looking for a way to use social media, but you don't know how? Or is it because you're struggling to build your home business? Or do you really want to make 2017 your breakthrough year? Is this the year that you really want to step up and actually, make that decision to actually change your life? So I'm pretty certain that, one of these or all of them, I know for me, all of them resonated with me. I know that on a constant basis, we all have these struggles, and we all have these, these reservations and the low self-esteem. And I think this is really why we're here, is to well, not to convince, because but it's just to reassure you that actually everybody has struggles, and
Mm,
everybody gets stuck, and as a group it's
mm,
much easier to move forward than it is if you're doing it on your own. So this is why I'm here today.
yeah. That's me too. That's so true. It's so difficult when you're alone and you're just like, yeah, trying everything and nothing works. So the value we are going to share with you today is, we're going to show you and talk about the main struggles that entrepreneurs they are facing every day, why they are struggling, and why you might be struggling too. What the solutions are that will turn your business around, and most importantly, how to implement them. Because sometimes we know what to do, we just don't know how to do it.
So what are the main struggles? I see in the chat box that there's a few questions coming in, which is great. We'll answer them in a second, Lisa. But what are the main struggles? What is it that we find are the main struggles in our businesses? Now I know that there's a number of them, but is it because we don't have enough leads, or which is exactly what Lisa's just said? Is it because we've got problems prospecting and recruiting for your business or our businesses? Is it because we don't have enough time? Or is it because we don't have enough people to talk to?
Hmm.
Is it also because you don't have commitment from your teams? That's a big one, actually.
Yeah.
Or is it because there's a lack of consistency? So are you doing something for 1 week, a month, and then leaving it and expecting results? Or is it because there's no engagement from your audience? Or is it because it's the mindset and you don't have clear direction? Now, Lisa she just said, I've exhausted all my friends and family options and want to build my business without relying on family, etc. But yes, they all apply to me. I think she was talking about the question that I asked earlier, and I want to build a successful business to provide for my family. So, that you're in exactly the right place, Lisa, because this is what we all find those struggles. And this is why we've built this Front Row Academy. So just stick with us, and we'll give you some great tools and nuggets for that.
Yeah, does this sound familiar? Absolutely. I don't know anybody that hasn't gone through or had at least one of these problems, or perhaps all of them. So not enough leads. So look, let's go into them one by one. The reason why you may not have enough leads could be that you're not talking to enough people. You don't have a lead magnet, and this is a huge one. When I learned about this, it was like a revelation. It was like, wow, of course. So we are going into that as well. You're not offering value to the marketplace. You target the wrong people. Oops, I thought there was another one. But these four essentially could be some or are some of the reasons that you're not having enough leads. And anything to add to this one, Susie?
Well, I think that's exactly what Lisa's just said.
Yeah.
It's exactly, the people, you can't build your business without people. So I
Mm.
think this is a huge one. And I think this is really what we're tapping into this is what we're going to be targeting with what we're going to give you. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I think, it's very valid. So we all have problems prospecting and recruiting. But what are the problems that you face? Is it because you're talking to the wrong people? Are you talking to or are you not talking to enough people? Or do they not qualify in your business or your or existing market? Is your audience too small? So are you not targeting enough people? Or are you spending too much time on passive prospecting rather than actually just going out and finding people? So these also could be some of the reasons why we're not getting the right people. We some of the reasons why we're not getting enough people. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and absolutely recruiting and the pre-qualified, just to specify that, is that pre-qualifying, if you don't know what pre-qualifying is, pre-qualifying is finding out if the person you are targeting or talking to is worth your time, basically. So, because when you waste time on people that are not ever going to do anything in your business, or they are not going to ever sign up, or they're not going to, even though they sign up, they're not going to work, then it's because that person wasn't pre-qualified. Because by pre-qualifying, you find out by asking the right questions if they are willing to do the work. So I actually made a really nice training about this that will be sent out later in an email to those that have been on the webinar today. So that's a really good one and it's important. And passive prospecting. So we explain that, Susie, because passive prospecting, if you don't know what that is, it's basically writing blog posts all the time and nothing else.
yeah. So if you're not actually physically engaging with people, just sending them personal messages, liking their posts, commenting on leaders' posts, putting it out there. And if you're just hiding behind a lot of the value that you're putting out there, nobody's going to really know who you are and what you're like. So that's a big thing, and this is where it's really important that you actually get out, because people will join somebody who they know, like, and trust. And I'm sure you've all heard that before. You know, it's like when you walk into a room and you automatically go off one side because there's something that's not happening with you on the other side, and you know, it's your vibe, it's your, you know, people want to see your vibe, and people want to know, like, and trust you. And at the end of the day, that's, you know, when you put it out there, instead of hiding behind um you know, the computer, or hiding behind your blogs, then you become, you blossom, you become, you flower, and that's really what we want, is to see people in their true authentic self.
Mm. Yeah. Well spoken. That is so true. So haven't you got enough time? And this, I know for many people, it's a problem because they have a job next to, they're doing it part time or not even because they have a full time job. And some people, I mean, in Denmark, we work 37 hours a week, but I know that in the UK and the US, you have work weeks like up to 60 hours a week. So, of course, not enough time is a huge issue for many, many people in the home business industry. So also it can be that if you're being too busy, but you're not being productive, then of course you get the feeling you haven't got enough time. If you are spending too much time on technical issues like setting up a blog, I know that one because you know sometimes the technical issues they take a long time, especially if you're not very techy. Also, you might need better time management, manage your time better. If you're focusing only on product sales and not building your list, you're missing out big time, especially on email campaigning. That is very you. It's like I think it's one of the strategies where you use the least time. Do you say it like that, Susie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So product sales we know is very time consuming because you have to sell a lot of products to make money. So you are it's like a sale one by one you have to sell. So these could be some of the. I'm sure there are many more time issues that people they have, but these are some of them. These are the ones that we found anyway in the talking to people. Okay, of course, this one very important. You're not outsourcing. Outsourcing is when you the silly things that anyone can do, outsource them, pay somebody else to do it because you can spend your time much better on the really productive and money producing activities, and that is engaging with people, that is talking to people.
So, are we
I
talking
just
to enough people? That's the question. If we're not talking to enough people, it means that we are targeting our audience. Our audience is too small. Really? Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, there's a
and
delay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
no, it's no problem. And you know, again, if you're not talking, if there's not enough people to talk to, possibly the reason for that is that you're not connecting with new people every day. So, for example, I am constantly looking on social media and off social media, so on and offline, for new people to talk to every single day. You know, we go to cafes, we can be speaking to waiters. You know, we can find a fantastic group. We can be speaking to people that we see a fantastic post from. So if you're not talking to enough people, then you need to start connecting with new people every single day. Um, if there's not enough people to talk to, you're not focusing on your networking again. So as I've just said, there's people around us every single second of the day, and they're all looking for an opportunity, which is really amazing. You know, the world is our oyster in that regard because it's really, you know, everywhere you go, whether it's a bus driver or a, you know, or a waiter or a salon manageress, or it doesn't really matter. There's people, we can be networking. If you have a conversation with somebody, that is a networking in process.
Mm.
So you know, they're there. And the last point we have for you are, you know, are we not providing anything of value? So the thing is people will follow you if you are providing value and worth. And this is why we sort of um, we focus on women who need our help, because we are so worthy. And the thing is that we've got so much value because we understand things better, I think. And I think I think it's just really great that if you get given value, people will automatically follow you. So that's a huge thing in this industry, is to be providing value, whether it's in the form of webinars or freebies or cheat sheets, or it doesn't really matter. But every single day there should be something of value that is being posted on your page or on your social media sites. What do you think, Moon?
Absolutely. And I think when in the beginning, I remember when they said you have to network, you have to talk to people every day. I got really scared because, oh God, I have to talk to people about my products, my opportunity. No, this is not what this is about. This is just about connecting with people, having an interest in them, just talk with them, just make a relation. So of course, it doesn't mean that you have to connect with 10 people a day and telling them about anything about what you're doing, your opportunity, your product, or yeah, whatever you're doing. I mean, it's just simply connecting and talking to people for the sake of making the relation. And I think also when we talk about value, being valuable, of course we can give out value, knowledge, but just having a conversation with somebody and really meaning it and showing an interest and care for them, that is valuable. Because on social media, people are not used to it. They're used to people that just want to sell them stuff. So yes, absolutely. So no commitment from team members. We hear that over and over again. So why don't you get committed
Change the
team
page.
members? I changed it already, Susie.
Oh, okay.
I think you
Sorry,
have
it's
a
taking
delay,
time.
darling.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you have a delay.
yeah.
Being in Africa and all that. So no commitment. Um, that could be because you're expecting your customers to be business builders. So if you're expecting how can you say, you can take the hose to the water, but you can't make it drink. That is like expecting somebody to do something that they will never do. So that could be one. You're recruiting the wrong people. Again, if you recruit somebody thinking that they are going to be business builders and they just want to try out your products, then you're not going to get much commitment from them. You're not pre-qualifying your prospects, like we spoke about before, the pre-qualifying, finding out if they are willing to do what it takes to be in your team and to work with you. And also when you stop prospecting and recruiting, because sometimes, people, they get 4, 5, 10 people into the team and then they stop. And then they try to push the 4, 5, 10 people to do something. That is a problem. So you have to never stop prospecting, never stop recruiting. And you will definitely find committed team members if you look into all these areas, the pre-qualifying, and yes, especially the pre-qualifying is important.
So lack of consistency. This is a big one for me, because I've always found that I'm not, or I wasn't as consistent until I started finding the results. And every single time I wasn't consistent, I had to start all over again. So,
Yeah.
the lack of consistency is really important. And, you really, really, in this business, you really need to have a clear plan of action. You need to be able to, treat this as a business. And even if it's a part-time business, it doesn't matter, but treat it with the respect that you would as any normal business. Have a daily mode of operation, because that will give you the consistency and that will give you your targets that you need to reach every day. have a clear set of have a set of clear goals. It says no clear goals here. Oh, the lack of consistency. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, if you have no clear goals, you've got nothing to you've really got nothing to motivate you. And you know, so you just set out your plans, set out your strategies, set out your goal. And also, if you have no clear vision, you have no path to go down. And that's the most important thing in this business is to have your vision and your you know, once you have your vision, you have your mindset, and once you have your mindset, you have your goal. And you know, it's really those two particularly are seriously important, because
Mm.
you know, if you don't have your vision, if you don't see where you're going, you're not going to go anywhere. It's really important.
That's true. Very true. So no engagement from your audience. So let's say you have a fan page or you have an audience, you are not getting any engagement from them. Why is that? Why don't people get engagement from their audience? It could be that the audience is too small. You don't have enough people there. You're not connecting with new people every day. This is important. You have to connect every day, you know, amplify your what you call your fan base. You're not focusing on networking, so the same things are coming up again. So it's not new things, you know, it's basically the same things that relate to all the struggles that we have. You're not providing anything of value. Is that another one, Susie?
Yeah, 2-1.
Okay, I was not sure. And you're not being consistent. Again, consistency. Being valuable to people, providing something of value to them, networking, connecting with new people, and being consistent. So if you're not doing these things, you might lack the engagement from the
One
audience
more
on. And
move.
then, yeah, is there one more?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is a huge one, because if you're not looking for new solutions, you know, if you're doing the same thing over and over again and it doesn't work, and after some time you say, okay, I'm not, it doesn't work. This doesn't work, and you're not looking for a new way to make it work, because you know what happens is that we see people out there that they make things work, and that's because they're looking for new solutions. So if one strategy doesn't work, then you have to look for something else that does. Right, Susie? Anything to add here?
Absolutely. You just got to keep rolling the ball and keep, you know, keep testing and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work. And this is what we're here to do, is to, you know, to guide you, to, you know, to help you with all the little strategies within the bigger strategy.
Mm.
You know, and this is, it's really important, because it's, you know, if one particular strategy doesn't work for you, and, you know, somebody else is using another and they're getting tons of leads, then, you know, then you need to just look and see what they're doing, because they're doing it and they're making a success out of it. So there's no reason why you shouldn't too. You know, and
Yeah,
that's key, is really keep rolling the ball. So no clear vision. Oof,
important.
big one. That's a big one. So, you know, the thing is, if you've got no clear vision and you don't know why you're doing this, or you're afraid of leaving your comfort zone, for example, um, you know, these are things that sort of won't will stop you from getting a clear vision and a clear mindset. And um,
Did we lose connection here?
something's gone.
Okay, can you see the screen?
I can see myself. No, the screen share's gone.
How could that happen? Does anybody have the same problem? I didn't remove the screen share, Susie.
Okay. What are you seeing, Moon?
I didn't see the screen.
Okay. Lisa or
It
Elsie?
okay. Something happened and the screen share just disappeared.
or Bettina, can you just comment to see what you're seeing? Ah, it's coming back, Moon.
Yeah, I just put it back. I don't know what happened.
Okay, no problem. So we're talking about clear vision anyway, and vision, vision really comes from the mindset. And if you've got the right frame of mind, you have the right vision. What will give you, the a wrong clear vision or no clear vision is if you don't know why you're doing this, if you don't have a why. The second point to this is, as I was just saying, if you're happy in your comfort zone and you're afraid of leaving it, you probably don't have the vision that you need to make a go of this. Um, that's a big thing, because we all
Hmm.
step out of our comfort zones with this business. Um, if you're afraid of doing something new, perhaps you don't have the vision that you need for this business. Or now this is a big one for me especially, and I know a lot of women. If you have low self-esteem and self-worth, now for example, and I'll just give you a quick example here. I have not been in the industry very long, and my self-esteem was absolutely shot, and I couldn't have imagined ever this time last year doing what I'm doing now. And people have seen, people are coming to me now because they see my personal growth. And this has happened to everybody that I've that or we, and I'm sure you get the same, Mooney, is
Mm.
the thing that they get more out of is their own personal self-esteem and their self-worth, which is
Mm.
really huge. Um,
Yeah.
you also get no clear vision if you're too comfortable. If you're a couch potato and you don't want to move and you're too comfortable, you're not going to have a clear vision. You're going to be comfortable sitting on the couch watching TV. And, if you have no or little self belief, again, that goes back to the self esteem and the self worth. If you do not believe in yourself, and if you don't have faith in yourself, and you don't believe that you can do it, the vision sometimes gets a bit blurred. I mean, you have a gut feeling that you know that you can do it, and this is the great thing about it, is it does bring people out. And also your self-limiting beliefs. Um, Now that's a huge one for me, because I'm, for example, I'm a left-hander, and I was told that I would never operate in this world because left-handed people are the devil. And
Oh
and
my
I couldn't go scuba diving because I have asthma. And you know what? I conquered my own limiting self beliefs, and I went for it, because your self limiting beliefs will stop you from
Mm.
moving forward and progressing further. And
Yeah.
so a lot of this vision stuff, a lot of the clear vision stuff, is all to do with mindset and your own personal development. And it's a really big thing for this business. It's a really big thing, because it gives you more comfort, it gives you more confidence, it gives you more um it just makes you feel like you are worth something, which is brilliant.
Yeah. Absolutely. When your vision, as I always say, if your vision is strong enough, you will do, and I mean, you will get out of your comfort zone and do the things that you have to do, even though you don't feel like doing them, because you have to. Because if you want to go where your vision, where you want to go, the vision that you have for your future, and you have to do those things, your vision will kick you in the butt and make you do them, although you don't like it. So it's really important to have this very, very strong vision to, yeah, to take you where you want to, the dreams that you have for yourself and your business and your life and for your family, your children.
Yeah,
That's why the vision
yeah,
is of
absolutely.
the essence. So does this sound familiar to you too? It does to us, definitely.
I'd like, can I just ask if it's sounding familiar to anybody, can I just ask you guys to post in the chat if this is resonating with you, because it'd be good to get your feedback on this and any questions that you want. Just put it in the chat and we'll answer them.
So imagine again how it would feel to have people contacting you every day, to always know exactly what to do, knowing that it will bring you nearer your goal. So that's a huge one, to know that what you're doing and to know when to do it and that you're doing it actually, because you know you have to. And every little thing that you do will take you a step closer to your goal. Because I know for me in the beginning, I didn't know if what I was doing was taking me anywhere. And when you have that feeling that you know that I do this now, I don't see a result right now, but I know I'm doing the right thing and it will take me where I want to go. That is huge. This is an incredible feeling. Incredible feeling. So imagine how that would feel to know exactly who to prospect and who not to prospect. To know you're doing the right productive activities. To have an exact plan that you can follow daily. And this is really, really huge. Right, Susie? All
Absolutely.
these all these things are amazing. I mean, when you know that the days that you're a little bit down, you know that you do the thing because you know that it works. So that is what keeps you going. This is some very related to the vision and to all the things that we've been talking about, having a plan, having a daily mode of operation. And I think we're diving into the solutions now, aren't we?
We are. What are the solutions?
Yes, to know where you want to go and how to get there. Really important. So how can you make this work for you? What are the solutions?
Right, number one.
It took us over 2 years of struggle. We have been struggling like mad women for 2 years to find the key elements to success. I thought something was missing here. Yes, 2 years where we just, I would say for the first year, you were just running around doing a little bit here, a little bit there. And basically, it's a struggle when you don't know what to do exactly. And I don't think we didn't have anybody. We basically found the elements ourselves and put them together. And that's why we are here today. And we found out that there are three things that are really, really important. And of course, again, number one, your vision. Without your vision, you will not be consistent. You will have no fuel to drive you. You need that fuel to get you going. You will have nothing to fight for. If you don't have a vision, what are we doing this for? Without it, you will not feel the purpose of what you're doing. Oops. All these, again, we come back to the same things. Susie, are you there?
So, yeah,
I
I
thought I
am.
lost
I'm
you.
still seeing it took us over 2 years of struggle. We're not on, there we go. Okay.
So there's a
Yeah, we're on
delay
number one
again.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So number two,
Shall I
me?
continue?
Yeah. So number two is, after your vision, your vision directs you to your goals. And your goals need a plan and a DMO. So without it, you would not be consistent. Now, consistency is key. Without it, you will drift around not knowing what to do or where to go or who to talk to, or like we were. We were absolutely nuts. And without it, you would never know what works for you. What does work. So if you're, and also without it, you would not get anything done, and you would not get any solid results. So your goals there's a method to it, and essentially your vision will produce your goals, and your goals will produce the plan that you need to get to where you want to go. And this is what we're going to be teaching you. This is the fantastic thing. So consistency is key, and that's a huge saying in this industry. It's all about consistency. It's all about keeping ahead of the game, keeping in front of the people that you are giving value to. Again, it's back to the value.
Yeah, absolutely. And the number 3, your education. And this is not the most important, but it's equally as important as the 2 ones before, because without education, you will never get better. You will never gain the skill sets that you need to do social media, online marketing. You cannot help other people without education. If you don't know what to do, how can you help other people and tell them what to do? I mean, for example, your team, if you want to build a team, you have to show them what to do. But if you don't know what to do, you can't tell them either. And without education, you will not learn how to be of value. And we have been talking a lot about this, about being valuable to the marketplace. So that is essential to educate yourself to become valuable. Is that another one, Susie?
There
Is
is,
that the
yeah.
last one? Okay.
No.
And without education, you will not know what to do to reach your goals. Again, we come back to the same. I mean, it's all related. So the education will help you. It's like in any other profession. You need to educate yourself. If you want to become a plumber, you need to study that. Study becoming, what is the plumber education called? Plumbing. You can't do plumbing if you don't learn it. So it's exactly the same thing with the home biz industry and working on social media. You need to educate yourself. It's really very simple. Very simple. And these are the 3 key elements. So is anybody getting value so far? Like Susie just said before, just please drop a comment in the chat box. We
Yep,
would
they
love
have
your
done.
feedback.
They have done.
Oh,
Yep,
that's
they're getting, yes, it sounds very familiar, all of it. Yes, it does. So yeah, they're getting value.
great. That's what we want, to be valuable to the to you.
Yeah.
So can you see the screen, Susie?
Yeah, are you getting value so far?
Oh, I just changed it a little bit ago. I think we have a delay again.
Okay. So it all comes down to a very simple strategy.
Yes.
And that strategy essentially is the 3-step formula that we're going to be telling you, and attraction marketing. Now, I'd like anybody who knows what attraction marketing to post in the chat box, please, because this is really exciting stuff. This changes everything. So this is the really exciting stuff, and it's really very simple, but it's something that people have not looked at and have not used for very long. So this is what we're bringing to you tonight, is this concept of attraction marketing, which is great.
Absolutely. These 2 things, like the 3-step formula and the attraction marketing, is like the magic potion. Can you say that?
Yeah.
It is, which doesn't mean that you do not have to work, but you have the tools to do the work properly. So what is this all about? Does anybody know what attraction marketing is? And the 3-step formula? Attraction marketing is about attracting your perfect prospects to you by providing value into the marketplace. And we have been saying this many times during the last 40 minutes. You help other people. So these are the basics of attraction marketing. And when you provide solutions to people's struggles, they become attracted to you, not physically, but attraction marketing is in business is that it's attracting people to you because you have something of value that they need, something that provides a solution to what they're struggling with. Like, for example, this webinar that we're doing is valuable to you because you're looking for a solution and we are giving it to you here. So this is a perfect example of a valuable piece of content that we are putting into, that we're inviting people to participate, and we're sharing our experiences and our solutions with you, and that is being valuable to the market. I don't like to say the marketplace because it's people, you're watching this and you're not the marketplace. It's very corporate, but it's because attraction marketing actually come from the corporate world. It's just called content marketing, but it's the same thing. But we use attraction marketing because it's more person to person. It's not like a big corporate machine promoting or attracting customers. It's more personal, on the personal level. Can you see the next slide, Susie?
Yeah, and you do this by using the proven three-step formula, which is what we've just been speaking about. So that is essentially, you grow your list, you engage your list, and you sell to your list. So these are the three steps that really, and it's so simple, but a lot of people often do, the selling first without growing and engaging. And this is where it becomes pitchy and it becomes spammy and people run away from you. So this is why it's a proven three-step formula, because we will teach you exactly how to grow, how to engage before you start selling. And that's the key component to all of this. The key component to being able to actually make your business work is actually you don't sell anything. The sale comes on its own. What you do is you make a relationship and you create a bond and a relationship. So, in the next couple of slides, we'll just be going through quickly what to grow and to engage and to sell actually means.
So to grow your list, you grow your list by growing your audience on a daily basis. You can grow your list, and when we say grow your list, we mean not only your audience on social media, not your Twitter audience, your Instagram audience, your Facebook audience. What we actually are talking about as well is an email list. And growing an email list, you need a personal lead magnet. So that's how you grow an email list. Of course, you can ask people for their emails, but lead magnets is a really great tool to grow your email list. I mean, it's like essential to grow an email list. And you can grow your audience by following people, get new friends, networking online and offline, basically making relationships with people. That's how you grow your audience. And you can do it by doing video, Facebook Live. We know that if you're consistent doing those videos, you will get, and some of you are probably already doing videos and Facebook Lives, and you have noticed that the more you do it, the more people, are engaging with your videos. So, anything to add here, Susie, to the growing your list and how you do it?
I think there's one more, isn't there?
Oh yes, grow, grow, grow. It's really important to grow your list. Your audience, and to grow your list, you need to grow your audience, because not everybody in your surrounding is going to be on your email list, but the larger your audience, the larger your email list.
So essentially, yeah, that's what we were talking about with stepping out of your comfort zone. A lot of there's a lot of things that we have to do, like Facebook and like video, and actually just put ourselves out there. But the thing is without that, you sort of stay where you are, and this is why we were talking about the mindset, and it's all basically it all rolls into one, because with having a clear vision and a clear mindset will be able to give you the capability to be able to step outside and go and have a talk with somebody, or actually,
Mm.
a friend of mine who is my strongest team member in my primary company, he has a absolute phobia of picking up the telephone. So this is stepping out of your comfort zone to grow your list, because without the telephone or without social media, you can't grow your list. So this is what we were talking about essentially with that, stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping into the realm that really is is worth every single second of it.
Yeah.
So engaging in your list. Now that's the part 2 of the 3-part formula. You know, this is really the second most important thing, because once you've met, your prospect or your client or your opportunity, you really need to get them to engage. So, I keep asking you to post in the chat. That's because I'm asking you to engage. I'm asking you because I want to get your feedback. You engage by posting, commenting, liking, sharing, interacting on a daily basis, because that puts you out there automatically. It doesn't necessarily, I mean, you don't have to, do a huge, great long spiel of what you think about it. You just, a couple of words or a couple of comments, and that's absolutely fine. But, you engage your list by engaging in the posts and the comments. Making blog posts and social media posts and videos and emails, like we've just said, is a great way of engaging in your list. People get lots of value out of reading blog posts, but they also get lots of value of sharing it. I know for me, I love reading blog posts and sharing it, because it's sharing value. It's sharing, it's being able to share all this content. And we've got such a perfect template to be able to share all this stuff. The other thing is recognize people and acknowledge what they do. That's the third point in engaging in your list. That makes a very likable relationship, and it basically acknowledges that person, and it acknowledges the value that they are giving to you. But once again, the one thing that you will take away from this is, engaging in your list, you have to provide value. So there it is again, that word, value. We need it actually stamped on our foreheads everywhere we go. It's just like, I give value, or something like that. Maybe we should do some t-shirts or something.
Absolutely.
And the last point, of course, is just engage, engage, and engage. Just keep engaging, keep putting it out there, keep liking, keep following people. That's also engaging. It's really important that we do that, because that will then take you to the next step. And by providing the value and providing the curiosity that you need, that takes you to the very next step, which is the sell. And as I said earlier, you don't really need to sell. The sell will sell itself. And that's a very key point. So going on to the sell to your list, Moon.
Sell to your list, yes, absolutely. This is the part that is really difficult, and that we hate it in the beginning. But once you start using the 3-step formula, selling actually becomes more fun, because you're not selling like Susie just said. So you sell to your list by making relationships with people. So the relationship is like the essence of the selling. First, you focus on the relationship, and then the selling comes all by itself. You can do it through email campaigns, through private messaging, webinars like this one, just talking to people, and multiple streams. So if you don't have to rely on one stream of income. But basically, it's just like Susie just said. The selling, if you skip the two first steps and just go directly to the selling, this is where it gets really hard, and this is the short-term strategy where it's impossible to build a business like that. Yes, you can make a little bit a sale here and a sale there, but you will never build the business that you're really dreaming about and hoping for by just doing the selling. Because like Susie said earlier, it's pitchy, it's spammy, and nobody likes that. People, they like people, and they like that people care about them. And so the relationship is really of the essence. And once you have that relationship with people on social media, and you can use email marketing to make that relationship as well. That's really underestimated. Email marketing is a really powerful tool. You will see how the selling becomes something. And I mean, I would never have imagined what selling could be before we started doing attraction marketing. Isn't that true, Susie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you don't feel you're selling. I mean, you feel you're helping, and people are, when they're asking you for, when people, they come to you and say thank you for helping me. I mean, and it could be anything. It could be that you are selling, that you have products, that weight loss products. It could be essential oils. It could be, there's so many things out there. I mean, you just name it. And I remember in the beginning when we started in the network marketing industry, they always say, but you're not selling, you're helping. But okay, but I have to ask people to buy my product. So, I mean, it doesn't correlate, the selling and the helping. I didn't feel I helped people. I felt I was selling to them, and they felt it too. So, but when everything turns around, and yeah, how can you? It's like the other way around, isn't it, Susie?
Yeah. Yeah, it just becomes easy. It's not a mission. It's not desperate. It's not you know
Needy, yeah.
yeah, it's not needy. It just comes off completely differently, and you don't really even, as I've just said, you don't really even have to speak about your company, because they will come to you and ask you. If you've produced enough value, and if you've produced enough curiosity, and if you have essentially given people what they want to hear, then the
Yeah.
sell is there. It's without a doubt. People come to you and ask you what it is that you do. And that's the
Mm,
fantastic thing about it, because it takes the stress away.
yeah.
It takes the urgency away. It just lifts everything off your shoulders. It's absolutely fantastic. Great
Yeah.
method.
Yeah,
Right, moving on to the next
it's
slide then.
absolutely, it's the method. So very important things that you have to keep in mind is invest in yourself. You need education. That's what we started, educating ourselves. If we hadn't done that, we wouldn't be doing this webinar today. I mean, that is for absolutely sure. Education is paramount. Learn and teach. Like Ray Higdon says, he says, invest, learn, and teach. So you learn and then you teach what you learn. Ask for help, seek advice. If you don't know what to do, ask for help. Go out there and find a solution. You need to trust in the process, because in the beginning you're not going to see like anything when you start, it's not going to give the amazing results in the beginning. Well, some people, they do get lots of results in the beginning, but not everybody. So you need to trust in the process and just keep doing what you have decided to do, and say to yourself, if they can do it, so can I, because it's possible. People have always, I mean, this is not something that we have invented. We are just doing what other people are doing. We have looked to people that have been doing this, and we are doing what they did. So of course you find your own mode of operation, your own way to do the things, but basically it's the same. So it is possible. And if they can, so can you, and so can I, and so can, yeah, we.
Everybody.
Everybody can do this if they set their
Yeah.
mind to and they do put the work behind it. No,
Yeah.
but we all work in different ways. Doesn't matter because we're not going to attract the same people.
So another very important thing is get an accountability partner. Now this is really great because if you're accountable to somebody, you're more likely to do things. Um,
Mm,
you're more likely to get further faster, and that's what we want for everybody. Um, it helps to make your plan, and it also creates a solid DMO. And this essentially, those three things will get your vision crystal clear. And this is really this is really what it's all about. It's about stepping up, and it's about really testing yourself and testing your boundaries as to what if your why is just if you don't really want to do this as a business but you're dabbling in it, then that's fine. But most of us that are on this call, and I know most of us that are in this industry, are doing it because it's a full-time job. We want our time freedom. We want our financial freedom. We want to live life on our terms. We don't want to
mm,
be stuck in an office, and we don't want to be stuck, away from our children, not seeing them take their first steps, and not seeing them play their first cricket match, and not seeing them, that's what we don't want. So it really does depend on your why, but these three things will really seriously get your vision absolutely crystal clear.
mm.
Right, Moon?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. This is really, really, really important, and especially the accountability partner. If you haven't got the discipline, so that's a good one. And very important again, choose your strategy and stick to it no matter what. Choose one strategy. Find your strategy, stick to it, and even though you don't see results, stick to it no matter what. Just continue the course. This is really important because if you're
Mm.
swaying and moving, jumping from stone to stone, looking for different solutions, you will never get anything done. Believe me, I've done that, so I know that, sticking to your strategy is the best and the most important thing that you can do. And again, it took us over 2 years of frustration and struggle to make our business work. Right, Susie?
Oh, don't even go there. Don't even go there. And this is really why we do, because it's a mission of note, and it is it's like slamming your head against the wall, and it's like you know every corner you turn there's another boundary, and but you know what, because we've stuck it, and because we have we've got together, and because these fantastic ladies, and Roxy's not on today, unfortunately. She's in Canada. She's got something else on today, but you will meet her in the future. This is why we got together, was because we just didn't want anybody else to struggle with the same issues that we have been struggling with for over 2 years. And finally it's all come together, and it's just brilliant. So um, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely. Because why should we let people out there do the same, not mistakes, but you know,
yeah, yeah,
when we know exactly what you can do and how to do it, so that's why we're doing this, because we want to share exactly. I mean,
yeah.
what took us 2 years can take with what we know now. If we had known what we know now, it would take less than a half year to get where we are today. So that is
So,
why we today, yeah. Sorry, Susie.
no, go ahead. Bettina's saying congratulations. Yeah, but
That's
Bettina,
why.
that's for you too, you know?
I thought you said for Team Bettina. We help and teach others so they don't have to struggle the way we did for 2 years. That's exactly what you said
Yeah.
before.
So
This
guess
is why
what,
we're
guys?
doing this.
Yeah. And guess what? What we've done is we now help business owners like yourself um, find their vision and set their goals. We also help them find their perfect strategy. We also absolutely set it for the long term. So it's not for the short haul, it's for the long term plan. We also help business owners make a solid daily mode of operation. So again, with accountability, I mean, already in a group, you have accountability. We also teach people how to grow their audience and their email list daily. Now, your list is your business. So this is really important, and this is the thing that we will, the growing the audience is the primary part of setting the foundation to build your business. So that's a really great thing. We also teach people how to engage their audience by providing value. There's that
Again,
word again.
value. The value part.
Yeah. And then also to sell to their list, which we've just gone over, prospecting and closing the right way. So, as we just explained, we absolutely break all this down and we give it to you in detail so that you can absolutely 100% understand it and, absorb it and actually implement it into your business from the very beginning. Because if you start off the right way, you will continue the right way. And that's what we're trying to get people to do. And also to teach people business how to build their business of their dreams. So ultimately, I think this is really what we all want. We all want to be successful. We all want to have a passive income that when we're sleeping we can get. The business is generating itself. It's generating its own leads. It's generating and I think at the end of the day, we all want the business of our dreams so that we can have the life of our dreams.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what you need to take your business to the next level. Absolutely. All what we have gone through is what you need to really go out there and build the business of your dreams. And that is without a shadow of a doubt. We have created an intensive marketing bootcamp where we actually help people. It's 8 weeks of pure value where we help you build up your business from the very beginning. This is our mission, and we have started out with this boot camp. And Susie, I don't remember what is on the next slide.
I'm
Can
on
you
a
check it?
different I'm on a different thing, so I can't tell you. I think it's the business that you're dreaming of. To know more
Yeah, I'm
about the
sorry.
intensive bootcamp. Let's just keep going then.
And yeah, and this is basically.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I mean, if you want to know more about this bootcamp where we can help you take your business to the next level, I mean, you just throw more info into the chat section and we will send it over to you. Because we're not going to into detail into this webinar because it will be too long because we've already gone over the hour. And basically Susie, we didn't want to make this a selling webinar, so we wanted to give you lots and lots of value. We wanted to tell you why you're struggling, why you don't have to struggle anymore, how you can, which strategies and which, basically the formula, the magic. What did I call it before, Susie? The magic
potion.
The magic potion that is the potion you need to take your business to the next level. If you want to know more about what our bootcamp and what we do and how we can help you, throw more info into the chat section and we will send you the details over with the boot camp week for week what we're going through.
Yeah. And it's,
Yeah.
it's, we provide unbelievable value to that because we, as I said, the three of us from different parts of the world, we've all got varying different experiences, and we really do want to, because your success is our success.
Mm.
And at the end of the day, it's really great to have people to do this with. Lisa's saying more info. She's saying thank you very much. So we will be sending that off to you, Lisa. And we're currently hosting a boot camp right now, and the success rate of the people that have been on that boot camp is absolutely unbelievable.
Mm.
We have a Facebook page which you will all come into, and really, really amazing content. Lisa's saying, "I love you, ladies. Great webinar. Thank
Thank
you. Well, thank you for joining us, Lise.
thank you for
Really
joining.
fantastic, guys. And any other questions? Do please, inbox Mooney or myself, and we're very happy to answer any questions, or any queries that you have with regards to moving forward. We'd really like to have you on board. And with that, I will say it's really great to have you guys here, and I hope you've learned a lot. And we will see you on the next one.
We will see on the next time. We will send out the information about the boot camp, and yeah, see you next time. And thank you so much for joining us. And know that we are here to help, and we got your back.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've got an amazing community here.
Yeah, it's
So
really great.
good night and thank you. See you next time.
And have a great time, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.